Aloha. Today I wanted to do a quick video on this whole black goo stuff that's out there. A lot of people are referencing it. I've seen information on this for a few years now. But it's a thing, it's a very definite thing that exists out in the mainstream realms and the so-called conspiracy theory realms, and I felt it necessary to speak on it because it's a very definite trend that is within Hollywood, the music industry, the alternative news story, the chemtrail talk, the transhumanism talk, the evolution theory talk. Everything is linked in, and this black goo is very definitely a part of this storyline. And I just wanted to share my feelings on what this possibly could be based upon the research that I've come across, and my just genuine feeling on what it could be. So basically, this black goo is a substance that people are relating to a creative intelligence that is of an evil energy. And this black goo is found everywhere. People have been finding it falling out of the skies, relating it to chemtrails. People have seen it come out of trees. People have seen it inside of crystals. People have seen it talking about it's coming out of meteors or asteroids, or not asteroids, but meteors, and just in like floating in lakes. And that that first picture was just like a story or a movie, Creepshow the movie, where I'll get into that in a second. But we see it all around us. And it's been brought up in the news. Like, people in the news have talked about, like, it's been coating trees, coating cars, calling all this stuff. People have referenced it in the forest, like coming up through the roots, finding it in the middle of trees, and killing trees. So how I'm seeing this is the Prometheus. It's just like his blood, and the story of Prometheus. I just realized in that Ancient Aliens video I just did recently that the Ancient Aliens TV show is produced, I guess, or whatever. They ended with Prometheus Entertainment. So that whole thing, it was funny. I saw that little clip. Anyway, yeah, so this stuff is, well, first of all, melanin is the most studied element ever. It's actually per gram more expensive. It's like 300 times more expensive, or 200 and something times more expensive than per gram of diamond. I could pull it up right now. So melanin, oh, it didn't come up per gram. So melanin is studied on produce a conventional take on melanin, $350 per gram. So they are trying to reproduce this element or whatever that occurs naturally. Melanin occurs naturally in the skin, in our bodies, in our pineal gland. It's not just only in the pigmentation of black people or brown people, or it's within everything. And the so-called science community is studying the shit out of this because it's $353 per gram. palladium, gold, platinum, silver, it's up there. So it's this creative intelligence. How I'm seeing there's this positive and negative. The positive is the human going into relating, seeing the whole story of humans and the balance of light and dark, good and evil, and like this angels and demons story that gets played out as humans fall somewhere in between this space, being possessed by demons, being saved by angels, being protected by angels, and some people just doing the most horrific shit, actual human beings being possessed by these negative energies, doing the most horrible shit. So seeing humanity as the bridge between light and dark, I'm seeing this black goo as a manifestation within this realm, as the this is like the negative creative intelligence manifested. And the more we separate ourselves as the bridge, as the conscious bridge between light and dark, the more we separate ourselves from nature, the more this black goo is going to manifest within our reality. Now, this is whole, that's just one way of seeing this, but this is how I feel in relation to what this stuff is. That feeling is just as good as anybody else, like doing whatever research and all this other study, because my feeling is based upon my observations at the same time and connecting the dots. So when you see people talking about this relating to having an evil sort of feeling there, when they talk about, when you see this in these transhumanistic movies that are pushing the separation program, pushing the technological merge, pushing the design of this evolution theory program pushed on humanity as, you know, what our future is, then you can see that there's something to this. So other people have referenced this black goo as, if you put it in some kind of box or something, it kind of makes it into this dormant space. So this is 2001 Space Odyssey, this black monolith, going back into the whole programming our mentality, our consciousness early. This came out in 1968. So 2001 Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick, the whole NASA programming, the evolution theory programming, the Star Trek programming, this whole thing is linked together, and this storyline is all over the place. You can see it in even in religions. So this is the other side of the melanated manifestation. This is the manipulated side of self-destruction, and if you want to go into the demonic perspectives, that's that whole stuff. Because naturally experiencing our reality within being born into this through the divine vessel of the human, or the human female, is a different way to manifest melanin and melanated beings into this experience than to artificially create a synthetic creative intelligence, or merge a creative intelligence that is not of the connection to the angelic frequencies, which humanity is. We are connected to that space. So this is a movie called The Signal, and came out in 2015. wasn't released immediately in the United States. Now it's on HBO, but it was released later. It was released all over the world. This black substance that's all over his shirt and that's on that technological arm is it's not oil. This is the black goo. If you watch the movie, I would recommend watching it. But it connects to a lot of things. Lawrence Fishburne is in it. Of course, he was in the Matrix movie. And that arm, the life force that's within that arm is actually the black goo. And that all that stuff on his shirt, that's the black goo. And it's basically the transhumanistic mentality in a movie. And that's where the same thing happened in Lucy. Same thing happened in there's this thing with some kind of substance that takes over, like in Super Mario Brothers. There's the fungus that takes over everything, and there's this the Creepshow Blob, the actual Blob movie. This is from Creepshow. Creepshow redid it, and this blob just destroys people and takes them over and destroys them. So when people relate the black goo to chemtrails, you can see how this is, how it affects trees, how it affects people. I would recommend looking into the Morgellons, these fibrous stuff, and relating to artificial intelligence, these fibers, connecting it to chemtrails, and see what this stuff is all about, because I think it's very connected to this black goo substance, maybe like a baby aspirin version of the concentrated stuff that is the black goo. So when they've been studying this stuff, they try to reproduce something that is similar, like a generic version, a generic brand. And I'm feeling like this is what's part of the chemtrail spraying. I don't like talking about this shit because it's just so fucking ridiculous, but it's out there. This stuff is out there, and the more people know about it, the more people will be able to come up with different perspectives and different understandings, and the more we see that this stuff exists, the more we'll be able to reveal the energies behind it. Because there is this very definite move towards merging the human with technology, and it's an artificial intelligence. The transhumanism movement is not for the benefit. This is more of a separation from your most high creative source. And when you factor in NASA and all the shit that's involved in that separation program, the artificial intelligence movies, Star Trek, the Big Bang Theory, the evolution theory, what that does to separate us from our meaning and our purpose here as human beings, as part of this harmonics, and not revealing the information, actually hiding the information that is of the connective space of nature, and actually amplifying the separating designs, even more so celebrating it on a regular basis, and conditioning you to celebrate it with television, music videos, movies, to love this shit. These are movies. These are conditioned programs to get you to love this shit. And when people look into this stuff, they can feel that feeling of there's something wrong with this. There's something wrong with this feeling, and that's enough. That's why I make these videos a lot of the time, because I'm sharing how I feel about this, and that's actually an information. That's an intelligence that is not limited to just the scientific perspectives of like numerical values and this and that and whatever you call proof. Another way of proving something is to genuinely be tapped into how you feel about something. And then if a number of people feel that way, and then you put together all the trends there, then you can see that something is there. That's another way of seeing what you can call the truth or whatever. You can read the algorithms, you can read the trends. So anyway, that's why I'm sharing this, because this stuff exists out there. And it relates to chemtrails, it relates to transhumanism, it relates to the flat earth, and even the Mandela effect of perceiving our reality, and how this stuff, chemtrails being involved in, this is some bullshit. But anyway, this is not the only case, but this is one where people say tar-like substance coats homes and neighborhoods. So this can relate directly to the chemtrails and something else, possibly something else that's within these chemtrails, not just regulated to just aluminum and substances like that, but actually putting other stuff in there to either not only dumb down or kind of like mess with the energies of the human consciousness of people as a whole, but actually program them to download these energies within your body. Because if these are in microscopic form, they're merging with your cells. And this is the when I talk about melanin, I'm speaking on like I showed before, that element that is studied all over the place. And this is where the storyline of confusion comes into with the whole 666 and the beast program. And when you hear people interpret biblical perspectives of the human actually being the beast, the body, and having this fight between good and evil, light and dark, angels and demons, I see it more as the humans as the bridge. So being the bridge between that space and having the choice to choose within your waking state what you will experience as your reality. Will you choose the demonic side, the destructive side, or the creative side? The destruction is the separation from your source energy. The creation is the moving more towards your most high, your creative source. So you can see the transhumanism program as a separation from your most high and moving into a separation into the technology, putting your consciousness into a technological program. And this can go into like the whole cloning stuff that's going on, and why clones, the science of clones existing, and why they can't dream, and this whole stuff that's out there in the cloning industry as just like this dead space, like it's a shell of a human being. So that's no different than when I'm seeing this black goo, which is it's just a shell of creative intelligence. It's not the maximum potential. It has no dreams. It's just this dead space that is getting in between nature and destroying nature. But melanin as a whole is natural. Like the energy of melanin is produced by your pineal gland. It exists within your body, not only within the skin cells of black and brown peoples, but within the entire human design. Melanin is everywhere. So you can see on here it says this is where the 666 comes from, of 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. And how I'm seeing this black goo is the black goo, and why they're the so-called they are trying to harness it and install it in the human design, is because they are trying to manifest this reality to fight itself, which is why I'm putting together seeing why the black and brown peoples all over the earth plane have been persecuted, because of that energy that is a manifestation of that goodness, that harmonics with the sun, harmonics with nature, being able to soak up this energy and turn it into a creative experience for the entire earth plane. And it is literally in the skin, in the brain, in the pineal gland. This melanin is it's leaking through our skins, literally. So how I'm seeing the black goo is the separation, the total, maybe even just intelligence, a destructive intelligence that has separated itself and only exists. It exists just to exist. It's just a thing that is intelligent, that exists, but it's not a creative, it's a destructive intelligence. And this is where the whole evil part comes in, because it has no connection to the Most High as far as being able to create, because it's meant to destroy. And yeah, it's a trip. So melanin, I'm going to read this to the melanin is a fundamental unit of the universe and exists in 4 forms: cosmic, planetary, plant kingdom, chlorophyll, and animal kingdom melanin. Melanin is black because its chemical structure allows no energy to escape, making black melanin the super absorber of energy and light. Melanin is found in almost every organ of the body and is necessary in order for the brain and nerves to operate, the eyes to see, and cells to reproduce. Melanin can rearrange its chemical structure to absorb all energy across the radiant energy spectrum, i.e. sunlight, x-rays, music, sound, radar, radio waves, etc., which is why I think that those things are manipulated so much. Sunlight with chemtrails, x-rays, music manipulated to send information, sound, radar waves, all this stuff. Rearranging our structures. If you manipulate those vibrations, you can rearrange the structure of the human experience. So back to the black human. The black human can charge up his or her melanin just by being in the sun or around the right type of musical sounds or other energy sources. Melanin itself, on a philosophical plane, is a black chemical / biological door through which the life force of African spirituality passes in, moving from the spirit to the material realm. So, being the source of the human the vibrance, the mother, the melanated source of energy, the connection and harmonics with nature to be in perfect harmony with the sun. And this biosphere or bioplane. This is how I'm seeing the story of what is the persecution on the black and brown peoples, the amplification of the evolution theory, the Big Bang theory, the transhumanist agenda, the New Age agenda is to pump out this idea of separating from your natural design, your natural potential, your natural expressions, and to amplify this inorganic, synthetic, artificial reality, and separate this program. So when we see the when we see how these storylines get told to us in our religious texts, like this is what you are, this is how it is, like, no, that's just one story. You're selling one side of the story in order to maintain control, in order to maintain a fear program. That's not what it is. You need to research the entire story. It's not all about that. There is a beauty to our harmonics here, and there is also a destructive intelligence that exists, that I'm seeing, that is this black goo substance, this artificial, or this separation program, separation intelligence that is being manipulated by these individuals, definitely studied, but being trying to be harnessed so they can install it into the organic human design to push another separation agenda to the next level. We have been programmed on a regular basis to love this agenda. This is that black monolith. That's just your smartphone. It's just your smartphone. And the stories that go along with all that stuff is just part of the whole psychological programming. This Lucy movie was to pump out the dinosaur theory, evolution theory, all this stuff. The Big Bang theory is to put it up in this nice little pretty little package of, this is who we are. You know, we evolved to this space, and now the next step is transhumanism technology. Get all your people together to make you believe it and follow the storyline. Accept it into your reality when it is only half at best of the story. They are telling you stories that are not for your benefit. So this is what I think about this whole black goo stuff in relation to chemtrails, transhumanism, and the trends. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for joining me. Until next time, peace, love, and harmony.